mind exercise. Okay, here we go. I'm actually in my gym right now. We have people in the house, and so I came in here to escape a little bit and to get this video done and posted. Today, we are going to talk about 3 different quotes that I found that I love, and then it'll leave you with things to kind of look for and practice this week and to really think about with me right now, and hopefully it will influence the way you think and act this week and beyond. So quote number 1, there will be many things in the way, but you do not have to be one of those things. So simple, but really break that down. So there's going to be obstacles and things in the way, whether they are real or in our mind, or the way that we act, or what we perceive as to be an obstacle. I mean, welcome to the human experience, right? It's life. There's going to be obstacles all the time. But we don't have to add to that. And we don't need to be one of the obstacles that hinder us from getting to what we want to accomplish, whatever that goal is. Whether the goal is being healthier and fit, whether it is sticking to your word and making your yes mean yes and your no mean no, or if it's a financial goal that you have right now, a relationship goal, communication, wherever, and it might be a little bit of all of them, or it might be a couple of those that I mentioned, but we don't have to be one of those obstacles in the way, right? So giving you an example, perfect example of right now is, in my head, I mean, there's a few obstacles right now for me to get this video done, but I said in my word and my goal to myself and a few of my accountability partners that I am going to get at least 8 videos a week done, okay? Fitness, stretch, life coaching, whatever they are, at least 8, if not more. And then this morning, I texted my accountability partner and looking at my day today ahead and thinking, okay, I'm going to do at least one video. I didn't say what kind, but I'm going to do one. So some obstacles came in the way. We have our mother-in-law staying with us this week. We have another friend staying with us. We had 2 friends come over for breakfast at 9 o'clock. Actually, 3 friends come over at 9. So, which is fine, right? I still have time. So then we're talking and we're hanging out, and then I'm watching the time, and I'm like, okay, I usually eat at 1 o'clock. So closer it gets to 12, I'm probably not going to have an exercise video done, but I could do a stretch one, which doesn't entail high energy motion, right? So I can still eat beforehand. Or I could do one of these. So I'm like thinking, okay, I can still get a video done. I don't want to be an obstacle in my way. Then 1 o'clock passes, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe I can do it later, or maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. Here I go, being one of the obstacles in my way. Not only circumstances, but me, my own thoughts, my own thought processes are becoming an obstacle for me to keep my word, and I can do it. I just need to find the time and take a few minutes aside and get the video done. So I decided I'm not going to be an obstacle and fight, right? We talked about this before. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them in whatever area they are. If you say, oh, I don't have time, then you don't have time. If you say, oh, I can't eat healthy, I'm just too busy, then you won't. So start fighting for what you want, and fight for, yes, I have time. I have just as amount of time. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. So I can find the time. If it's important to me, I will find the time. If the video has to be shorter, it can be shorter. Fight for what you want rather than throwing out excuses and arguments arguing for what you don't want. Start arguing for what you do want. So again, there will be many things in the way, but you do not have to be one of those things. So see if that comes up this week. Maybe write it down in your journal, write it down on a sticky note, and see if maybe you weren't even aware of it, but maybe you are one of those obstacles in your way of getting things done that you said you want to get done. If you say it's a goal and you want to achieve it, then it would be easier and better for you if you weren't the obstacle in the way. Correct? Correct. Quote 2. Where are you trained beyond your obedience? Where are you trained beyond your obedience? So to me, that would mean when and I still do this on occasion, when I'm looking at books and pulling up things on Google and listening to podcasts on whatever it is, diet and keto and exercise moves and losing body fat or whatever I'm interested in at that time. And I am doing nothing with the information. Whether I'm aware of it or not, I'm just gathering and gathering. So where are you gathering information and asking your friends questions? And you're looking on Google for this, and you're buying a book on this, and you've got to download 2 more podcasts on whatever the latest thing is to listen to, but you're doing nothing with it. Okay? That's not going to help you. So where are you trained and learned on things and taking notes on things way beyond your obedience? Where would that be? Maybe you are subscribed to my video or my YouTube channel, and you're like planning and putting it on your calendar, and you know when the workouts come out, and you like this workout, and you're watching me, and you're asking friends if they would do it, and then you put it off. And then you plan again, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll watch her again, and okay, I just need 1 band, or maybe 2 bands, and okay, and then you do nothing. That's not going to work. And there comes a point where, yes, you need to research something. You need to figure it out. You need to get some information so you're not completely blind and ignorant about something. That's okay. But where is that line where you just keep gathering, keep asking questions about the same thing with no results? That's a good way to know whether it's working or not. Are you getting the results from just researching and listening to podcasts? I would think not, depending on what it is, but most of the time I would say no. So think about that as well. Where are you maybe gathering too much information? Comparison can fall in there too, right? So if you're comparing, well, she's doing this and he's doing this, and maybe I should do that, and that's gathering information, comparing yourself to other people. How about you try what you think would work, and it doesn't work, then pivot. Don't just wait and watch other people as they get fitter and leaner and stronger and lose all this weight while you're taking notes on the sidelines. Come on, do something, get in there, do something, take action. And if you go, I don't know, well, figure it out, right? Do one thing. I'm sure if you looked at I was going to say a week, but even if you look at one day, yesterday, what did you eat? How much movement did you do? And where can you improve? Bam, start there. How much sleep did you get? How much water did you drink? You know, don't put excuses. Again, back to the other one. Don't be the obstacle in your own way of making excuses to keep you away from the goals that you say you want to achieve. Take the steps to, I almost cussed. don't know, but so what would you think I could do? This is what I'm doing now, and then do it. Don't ask another friend and another friend and another friend and make little sticky notes and lists. Do it. See if it works. Stay consistent. Don't do it for 2 days and then go off and eat sugar and then say, oh, it doesn't work. Because you don't know if it works or not because you chose to stop and not be consistent. So that's that one, right? So don't just gather information. Take a step, and you can gather some and then go, okay? So gather, go. Do something. Take action. Last one. Run away from easy, but pay attention to easier. What does that mean? How I took it, and it might not be the same for you, but this is what it meant to me, is easy would be putting it off for tomorrow. I don't want to cook healthy. It's too hard. And I don't want to get up early. I'm going to push snooze 1 to 4 times in the morning. Even if you're not saying it out loud, you're doing this. And I don't want to do one of Alicia's videos or work out at the gym or anything because it's just easier for me to sit here and make my list and pretend I'm going to do it tomorrow. Okay? That's my example for you. Then you can say, if you're really honest with yourself, say, well, is that really easy? Is it easy that I am consistently letting myself down? I'm in a bad mood. I'm yelling at my kids and my husband. I'm gaining weight. I can't fit in my pants. I have depression and anxiety because of the sugars that I keep eating, and I'm eating too many carbs. And I eat fast food because I think it's easy, and it's actually making me sick and heavy and feel like crap. Is that really easy? So we need to be honest and have integrity and look. We might think it's easy, we say it's easy because it's habit and that's what we think and that's what we see on TV and our friends and that's what we've always done. That doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't mean that it's easy. Is it easy? Ask yourself. Look at whatever your examples are. You don't have to use those examples. Maybe you have one of those. But is it easy? Do you think it's easy being sick and not feeling well and not fitting in your clothes and not feeling joy and being embarrassed because you keep setting these goals for 5 years and you're not getting there? That doesn't sound like easy to me. So looking at this again, run away from easy, but first you need to have awareness around where you're saying something is easy and where it might not be easy, and pay attention to easier. So for me, in my life, easier, for me, again, this does not have to be for you. For me, easier is having coffee with my keto creamer or whatever in the morning, okay, and 2 meals a day. Generally, I will eat at 1 and 7. That works for me. I eat humongous meals. I am not hungry because I eat a lot of fat and a lot of protein and a lot of veggies and some fruits and nuts and stuff. So I am fully satisfied. I do not like to be hungry. I keep my insulin nice and steady so I don't have crashes and up and down and up and down. It does not happen. I don't like that feeling. So I do everything in my power to not have that. So easier is I eat at 1 and 7, and it makes it easier, right? Before I was doing this, I could have said, and I probably did, well, that's not easy because I'm just easy would be just eating whenever you're hungry or eating different, whatever I would say was easy, right? Easier for me And not only is it easy because it's 1 in 7, around there, twice a day works for me, my brain, my body, my lifestyle. Might not work for yours. And it is easier because I feel lean and fit and healthy and alert, and I sleep well because I'm on this regimen. I kind of pivot when I think something is upsetting my stomach or something. I will find it out with my food journal and figure out what it was, and I will take it out, or I'll minimize it. I'll figure it out. And basically that makes my life easier. So where can that apply to you? Run away from easy, but pay attention to easier. So where can you find something that you say is easy that might really not be easy? And how can you make your life easier, right? Discipline. Most of us would see discipline as something rigid and restrictive, and I feel discipline is actually freeing and freedom, because I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat, what time, am I going to be hungry, oh my gosh, I need my snacks, oh my gosh, I'm having a sugar crash. No, that's not going to happen. So easier is just to have that plan, right? Discipline for me makes my life easier. I don't feel restricted. I eat wonderful, yummy food, and a lot of it, and I'm staying lean. I gained quite a bit of weight in the beginning of this COVID thing, and I had to pivot and change and figure that out, and I did, and I was emotional eating. I wasn't working out at the gym anymore, so I kind of was like, whoa, and I adjusted, and that happens to all of us, whether it's exercise, food, finances, relationships, but at some point you need to go, whoa. Don't just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and then say, oh, well, it's too late and I'm menopausal or whatever. No, stop. Slow your roll. Look at what you're doing. Are you the obstacle in the way? Figure it out and pivot and change. And then your life will be easier. You'll have more joy. You'll be healthier, and then it all comes full circle, right? So don't be the obstacle in your way. Where you trained beyond your obedience, start taking action. Take action on just being aware of, okay, where am I the obstacle in the way? Where am I throwing excuses left and right, blaming my husband and blaming my kids when it's my mindset and it's my choices. I'm choosing to put this in my mouth, okay? Not my husband. So don't be the obstacle. Take action where you need to take action, even if it's baby steps, right? Small hinges swing big doors. Little step, little step, little step. A month later, you're like, wow, right? It's a real thing. But if you don't stay consistent, you will never know that. So be consistent. What's the last one? Run away from easy, but pay attention to easier. See where you are running to easy when you can question and say, is this really making my life easy? I would guarantee probably the answer to that would be no. So where can you make your life easier? Put some rules, put some discipline in your life, have some integrity for yourself, and you will be so grateful that you did. Okay, so that was our little chat for today, and I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Try some of my other videos if you want to get stronger and leaner and get some cardio and weight training in your routine.